Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaye Triambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagnikalaya Kalagni Rudraya Neelakanthaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Shriman Maha Devaya Namaha. Om Tyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiya Mamrtat. Om Tyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiya Mamrtat. Om Tyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om. We are in Anuvaka 1-8. The mantras beginning with 1. This Anuvaka is considered very important as it is chanted while offering special ritualistic bath, Abhisheka to Shiva and Shivalinga during worship of puja. It also has a famous Panchakshara mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Somaya cha Rudraya cha. Namah Somaya cha Rudraya cha. Namaha. Namaha means I surrender, I salute. Sa Umaya, to that one who is along with Uma. Uma is goddess Parvati, tapaswini form. Uma means I do not want anything. She did not want to eat food. She did not want to eat even the leaves. She was doing tapas for Shiva. Sa Uma. Umayacha. Rudrayacha, the one who makes everybody cries and removes all their sorrows, even giving them pain also sometimes, removing their sorrows and removing their difficulties. Rudrayacha. Namah Somayacha Rudrayacha. Namah Somayacha Rudrayacha. Uma also has the letters Om, A, U and Ma. In the Kenopanishad, Uma Haimavati. She is the one who is the teacher of Brahma Vidya. And in the Kaivalya Upanishad is a very beautiful mantra to meditate within in the heart. Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum Trilochanam Neelakantham Prashantam Dhyatva Munirgacchati Bhutayonim Samasta Sakshim Tamasak Parastat. Namastamraya Charunaya Cha. Namastamraya Charunaya Cha. Namaha Tamra, the pre-dawn moment, the coppery color of pre-dawn, Tamra, Varna. Namastamraya Cha Arunaya Cha. Aruna is that orange color glow which comes in the dawn sun. Aruna is the brother of Garuda according to the Puranas, the Mahabharata. Aruna is the morning orange glow of the sun before the sun turns yellow and golden in color. Namastam, that is Bhagavan Rudra's forms. Salutations to the one appearing as a pre-dawn and the dawn, and also the pre-dusk and the dusk sun. Tamraya Arunaya. Sindhuraruna Vigraham Trinayanam Manikya Maulispurat Taranayaka Shekharam Smitamukhim Api Navakshoruham. Devi Lalita is described. Sindhura Aruna. Bhagavan is Aruna. Tamrayacha Arunayacha. Namah Shangaya cha Pashupataye cha. Namah Shangaya cha Pashupataye cha. The one, salutations to the one who gives me joy and who protects all beings. Pashupati means the general beings who are not aware about themselves, even including the animals and other beings, other humans also, who do not know about this inner awareness, who do not know what the words of the Shastras have to say about the spiritual truth, the reality. They are called the Pashus because they live by seeing outside. It is only the sense of sight and all the sense organs of perception. They believe the world that they see only real, there is no more reality than that. That's a Pashu. But Shiva is the Lord of all the Pashupatis. Salutations to the one who gives joy and who is a loving protector of all beings. Sangha. The one who gives us joy is called Shanga. Shanga. Shangaya. And we are happy when we are cared for and feel protected. Pati iti. Salutations to Rudra who gives us joy and the loving protector of all beings. What is the brain looking forward? The brain's ultimate desire is to be safe and be held. That gives a feeling of comfort and a joy and a feeling of protectedness that makes us very calm. Even if we have everything in this world, even if we have all the pleasures that the world gives, if we don't have this feeling of safety and the feeling of being held, we will be missing something in life. Nama Ugraya cha Bhimaya cha. Nama Ugraya cha Bhimaya cha. Nama Ugraya, the one who is very fierce, Prachanda, that is powerful and fierce, exerting power. Bhimaya cha. Bhima means the one who can evoke fear in others. Salutations to the one who appears as a fierce looking and huge. No one is scared of one who is tiny and gentle, nor do many listen to one who is soft and sweet. God can assume huge and fierce forms like Veerabhadra, who create fear in the minds of all, especially of evildoers. He is a taskmaster because of whose fear everyone follows his commands and laws, including the phenomenal forces like the wind and the sun. Shri Krishna stands with one leg straight and the other crossed. God is kind to those who are straight and is stern to those who are crooked. Salutations to Rudra as the huge and fierce looking God and all who are fierce, huge and create fear in us. Namo agre vadhaya cha dure vadhaya cha. Namo agre vadhaya cha dure vadhaya cha. Salutations to that Rudra who kills from front and who kills from far also. He has got the capacity in battle to kill the enemy nearby and to kill the enemy far away. So the enemy nearby, the enemy within us is our own kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Kama is desire, krodha is anger, lobha is greed, moha is delusion, mada is arrogance, matsarya is jealousy. All these inner enemies Bhagavan Rudra can kill. People think that I kill the enemies. Bhagavan Krishna said, with my arrows, but they were already killed before my arrows reached them. Mayaiva nihita, mayaivete nihita purvameva. Therefore, Arjuna, nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Just be here and shoot your arrows. Do the work that you are supposed to do. Tam vidhi Rudram Kaunteya. Arjuna asked Krishna, who was it who made all the enemies powerless in the battlefield? Shri Krishna replied, it was Rudra. Tam vidhi Rudram Kaunteya comes from the Mahabharata's Shanti Parva. Namo hantre chahani yase cha. Namo hantre chahani yase cha. Namo, salutations to the one who is a killer and the destroyer who gets killed. Hani yasecha. The tiger and its prey. are both projections of our mind. Similar, God is in the heart of both the killer and the killed. When a tiger is coming to eat us up in the dream, both the tiger is also I only, the person who is being eaten up is also me only. So there is that Bhagavan present in both. He is neither the killer nor the one killed. न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे नायं हन्ति न हन्यते. So this is in the Bhagavad Gita. There is no one who destroys and there is no one who is killed. So but here the one who destroys is also the one who kills also. Hantre, the one who kills is Rudra, and the one who destroys everybody and everything at the end of the time of Pralaya is also Rudra. Namo vrikshebhyo harikeshebhyah. Namo vrikshebhyo harikeshebhyah. Namo, salutations to that Rudra, who is a vrikshebhyah, the one who is in the form of beautiful trees, the peepal tree, the bilva tree, the mango tree, the apple tree, the palm tree. So many trees are there. All species of trees is Bhagavan Rudra. Harikeshebhyaha, the one who is the sacred leaves also of the tree. Chandamsi yasya paranani. So all the leaves are the mantras of the Vedas. Everything is Bhagavan Rudra. Salutations to Rudra as the trees and the evergreen leaves. Was already said before in 122. The green leaves denoted here the sacred leaves like the bilva, palasha, offered to Shiva in worship. The trees refer to the sacred trees like bilva, palasha, ashwatha, and the heavenly wish-fulfilling tree kalpavriksha. Salutations to Rudra who manifests as the sacred trees and the sacred green leaves. Namastaraya. Namastaraya. Salutations to the one who crosses us over from this zone of samsara, of repetition, change, modification, and suffering. And what is that one which crosses? Omkara. Omkara is a Taraka mantra, the one which crosses us over. When we chant, there is already silence, and then the word, the mantra begins, the letters of the mantra begin from that silence. Dropping the mind back into silence. So to know the silence, we create the sound of Om. That sound of Om crosses us from the ignorance of the silence which is present within to the knowledge of the silence. So that shift happens in between when we chant the mantra. And that Omkara is Bhagavan Rudra, the one who crosses us over. Om is called the Taraka mantra as it takes us across the ocean of samsara. Tarayati samsara sagarati iti taraha. Tara is also star. The one that crosses us over out of this samsara is called Tara. Etadalambanam sreshtam, etadalambanam param, etadalambanam nyatva brahmaloke mahiyate. This is the greatest thing we can hold on to, this Omkara mantra. And this is the most supreme thing that we can hold on to, alambanam param. Knowing this alambanam, knowing this vritti, this movement of sound that we can hold on to, brahmaloke mahiyate, the person rejoices in Brahmaloka if we know this Omkara. Tarakasya upadeshena kashi samstho mrito bhavet. Because the Taraka mantra is being given as a diksha by Bhagavan Shiva to all people who die in Kashi and all the bodies that are all burnt in Kashi. Bhagavan Shiva himself chants a mantra of Om and Ram in the ears of the departed ones. And that is why Kashi is called a moksha kshetra, a kshetra which can grant us liberation. Satarati lokan starayati. In the Narada Bhakti Sutra, Narada says, the one with the devotion, tarati, he crosses over. Crosses over what? He crosses over sorrow, He crosses over delusion. He crosses over ignorance. He crosses over all the other qualities. And then he helps others to cross over also. Namah Shambhave cha Mayo Bhave cha. Namah Shambhave cha Mayo Bhave cha. Shiva, Rudra is the one who gives us peace. Shambhavati. He gives us peace of mind. He makes the mind so quiet and there are no waves in the mind. And when we look at that mind, we experience a sense of peace because there is no movement, there is no activity, there is no waves, it is quiet. Otherwise, we will experience agitation, we will experience sorrow, we will experience a lot of difficulties also. Shambhave cha Mayo Bhave cha. The one who gives worldly joys, and Mayo Bhava is heavenly joys, the bliss of liberation also. Namah Shankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha. Namah Shankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha. Shambhava is one who is peace. Shankara is one who makes peace, one who gives peace, whose presence radiates peace. Shankara, peaceful mind. Mayaskara, the bliss of liberation. He grants the individual mind the experience of being free without holding on to any kind of a difficulty, sorrow, trauma, karma, vasana. Everything is freed from the mind. Like the waves become very smooth. The waves were very dense with a lot of things in the mind. Now when all those density, the objects that create density, the past karma, the past actions and our own thoughts, feelings and emotions which create the density in the mind is all removed by Rudra, and we become Mayaskara, the one who experiences the bliss of freedom. Salutations to Rudra, the source and giver of worldly and divine happiness, good wishes, auspiciousness and blessings. Namah Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha. Namah Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha. Namah Shivaya, the one who is auspicious and the one who is the greatest of all auspicious things. Shivataraya, the greatest degree of auspiciousness is Shiva. Namah Shivaya, the famous Panchakshari mantra, the 5-lettered mantra, Namah Shivaya, is considered the core of the scriptures and its repetition and meditation, the highest form of worship of Shiva, Shiva Upasana. Thousands of saints and sages, devotees and seekers of the past have proved the efficacy of this powerful mantra. The 5 letters represent the 5 faces of Shiva. Sadyojata, Vamadeva, Aghora, Tatpurusha, Ishana, the 5 faces of Rudra. The 5 gross and subtle elements, earth, water, fire, air and space. The 5 directions, west, north, south, east and upward. The 5 main functions of God, creation, sustenance, dissolution, anugraha, nigraha, liberation and disciplining, respectively. It is therefore called a Maha Mantra, the great mantra. Shiva is the embodiment of peace, auspiciousness and bliss. The glory and greatness of this mantra is infinite and has to be experienced and realized for oneself. It is a direct means to invoke God Shiva and to receive his infinite blessing. The mantra is usually chanted with the addition of Om, making it 6-lettered. Om Namah Shivaya, so to speak, holds the mantra. This Om holds all the mantras like the ice cream is being held in the cone or water is being held in a tumbler or a glass. The same way, Om is a container for the mantra, or like the husk that holds the rice and adds power and efficiency to the mantra. Om also adds efficiency to the mantra. Like the ice cream cone is a very good example. The tumbler and tumbler and water also is not so much of an example because the tumbler cannot be consumed. But the cone in the ice cream cone can also be consumed. Even if you take that fruit called nungu, it has got a very soft skin around it that you can even eat that skin. If you don't mind a little bit of bitterness, you can eat that skin also along with the nungu. Shivataraya Namaha. A bonus along with the pay is most welcome. So Shiva is not only auspiciousness. He is the greatest of all auspicious things in this world that we get blessed with an abundance of auspiciousness in our life. Salutations to Rudra, who can bestow joy, auspiciousness, peace, and blessings in greater and greater degrees. Namastirthyaya Chakulyaya Cha. Namastirthyaya Chakulyaya Cha. Shiva is all the holy places, the form of holy places. That prana shakti which pervades all the holy places in every part is Shiva. And he is present in all the rivers, every drop of water of all the rivers, Shiva is present. Namah Paryaya Cha Varyaya Cha. Namah Paryaya Cha Varyaya Cha. He is on one side of the bank and he is on both sides of the banks of the river of samsara, of all rivers also. Kulyaya Cha. Civilizations like Indus Valley civilization. Where is this Kulya? Namastirthyaya, holy places, and Kulya, they are all born on the banks of great rivers like the Indus Valley civilization, the Indo-Gangetic plain, it is called. Saraswati civilization was around the Saraswati river, and you have the Godavari, Narmada, Tamraparani, Kaveri, everywhere there is a civilization around the river. So consecrate Shivalingas. It is common to consecrate Shivalingas for worship on the banks of rivers. Salutations to Rudra, the indweller of river banks. If you go along the Tamraparani, there are so many Shiva temples on the banks of the Tamraparani river. Paryaya Cha Avaryaya Cha. Of this side of the bank and the other side of the bank also Bhagavan Shiva is present. If you go to this Tamraparani river, I know of this village Gopalasamudram, where we used to go to the northern bank of the river, northern side of the river in the village. Very, very lovely. The water will be only the shin deep, a little above the ankles or between the ankles and the knee. That much only water will be there. And you can walk on the soft sand. And for children, it's such an entertainment to go that side. You walk on the soft sand, you can climb up on rocks there. There'll be a lot of mud patches where you can play for a long time and then come back again. Either you want to swim, you can go into the deep of river and swim and come. Otherwise, you can also come walking in the Tamraparani. Very beautiful experience. So both banks, Rudra is there. If he is only on one side, then we will not go on the other bank at all. Everybody lives on all sides of the banks of the river. The Narmada Parikrama is done around the banks of the Narmada river only. Namah Pratharanaya Chottaranaya Cha. Namah Pratharanaya Chottaranaya Cha. So Bhagavan Shiva, Rudra, helps us to overcome our sins, and also he helps us to overcome our limitations of thinking. We think in very ordinary terms. We think I am very limited, these are my problems, and all those thoughts come because we do not know our true self. Bhagavan liberates us by helping us overcome our sins, purifying our mind, and also removing our limited thinking. Salutations to Rudra, who is a means of purification and liberation. Nama Ataryaya Cha Ladhyaya Cha. Nama Ataryaya Cha Ladhyaya Cha. So, Shiva is the one who is reborn, and also the one, after being reborn, goes through all the enjoyments or the sufferings that he needs to go through because of his past karma in his past lifetimes. And that person is also Shiva only. So Swami Vivekananda said, day before yesterday we celebrated his, 3 days before we celebrated his Jayanti as National Youth Day on January 12. Swami Vivekananda calls God playing the fool. It is God alone who, so to speak, enters within the body as the individual limited being. Salutations to Rudra, the indweller in us, and who appears as the individual being reborn, experiencing the results of his actions. Namah Shashpyaya Cha Bhenyaya Cha. Namah Shashpyaya Cha Bhenyaya Cha. Namah Shashpyaya Cha. Rudra is a tender grass with dewdrops in the morning, so soft to touch and so beautiful to see. It's so pleasing for the eyes. So doctors say your brain will be very happy if you look at natural images. That's called fractal images. So brain loves fractal geometry, all geometrical patterns which have got integration, which have got unity, but they are not the same like our buildings and our apartment complexes. Everything is the same. Fractal means it's like a botched here, gone there, a gap here, filled there, but it is nature. It's acceptable. That kind of a. So Bhagavan Shiva is a tender grass, and also Phena. Phena means the smoke, so the foam in the ocean, the foam of the lather that we draw when we use soap, when we apply soap and we gather that lather, that foam is Bhagavan Rudra. नमसि कत्याय च लप्रवाह्याय च नमसि कत्याय च प्रवाह्याय च. Rudra is the sands on the beach, the sands on the river, the sand in the river bed, the soft sand. Saikata, Sikatyaya cha, he is the sand. And Pravahyaya cha, he is the river. Everything in this world is Rudra. Anginyanadabadi, meaning not here, not there, everywhere. That is Bhagavan Rudra. So we come to the end of this 8th Anuvaka, Anuvaka 1, Mantra 8. We finished that. We will complete with 9, 10 and 11 the next 3 days. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसोर्मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम. बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. हर नमः पार्वती पतये. हर हर महादेव. हरि ओम.
About how to achieve balance in a practice that